So there's an old axiom, we've all heard it. It's tee it high and let it fly. But is there any merit to it? Does it actually provide any benefits by teeing it high? And is it only just for hitting it downwind? Well, right after this, let's take a little closer look at the high tee idea and see if it can benefit us. Stay tuned. Hey, this is Steve from HitItLonger.com. I continue my mission to hit the ball longer and straighter off the tee than ever before. Please join me. Hit the subscribe button, like this video at the end if you got some benefit, and support the channel by leaving a comment down below. All right, so if you've been watching my channel for any time at all, you know that I support finding distance in the least likely places. In other words, turn over every stone to seek distance, no matter where it might come from. Now, what's really interesting is that mygolfspy.com recently did a tee test, low tee versus high tee, and they found with human golfers, not a robot, but a bunch of human golfers this time, they found that teeing the ball high had some really nice distance gains. In fact, they found it was 14 yards longer on average, a high tee over a low tee. What's also interesting is they found that those golfers using the high tee actually hit the fairway more often too, which is really neat. So we definitely want to take a little closer look into that today and see if that works for us too. Now, normally I recommend that you tee at least 3/4 of the golf ball up above the crown of your driver. 3/4 is a really good place to start. Gives you a little bit of room to hit up on the ball. If you really hit up on the ball, then I suggest having the entire ball above the crown of the club. But just for today, we're really going to take this example to the extreme. I'm going to use my 4-inch tornado tee here. And instead, let's tee it up really high. Just hit a few like this with the, let's go nuts. Take it to the extreme. We're going to hit off a 4-inch tee. So this golf ball will be well above the crown. I don't recommend this for everybody, but we're doing this just as a test to see what might happen with our TrackMan data. Let's check it out. All right, so I finished that set out with a really nice high draw down the left-hand side of the fairway. And boy, I can tell you right away visually off this higher tee, what struck me immediately was how much higher my ball was launching. It was quite clear. The numbers are coming up on the screen for that last drive, and what I want to impress on you the most is the launch angle. Yeah, it's higher for my speed, but what you really see a difference here is in the angle of attack. My angle of attack actually jumped up to above 7 degrees upward. So I'm taking a 7-degree driver here, and essentially I'm turning it into a really high launching shot despite having such low loft. Now, I simply cannot achieve that high of an angle of attack number off a standard tee. My average is generally around 4 degrees up on a standard 3¼ inch tee. So your longest drives are going to occur when you have high launch and low spin. So if I can take a lower lofted club and I can, by the virtue of hitting up on it more, I can get more high launch, low spin effect on average into all my drives. Okay, so now furthermore, not only does a higher tee, and of course I'm going to the extreme here. You don't have to tee it up this high. In fact, this won't work for most people. But just for fun, I did this, but just also show you furthermore, not only in hitting up on the ball, but the odds of you hitting the ball, contacting the ball higher up in the face are quite likely. So when you tee the ball low, it's more likely that you hit lower on the face, which produces a lower launched, higher spinning ball. And those are the ones that go much shorter than a high launch, low spin bomb that we're looking for. So if you can catch it not in the low part of the face, but either in the center or maybe just a little bit above the center of mass in the club head, let's say right here. So we're not talking about way up here by the crown, but we're talking about maybe a 1/4 inch above. It's going to raise the launch angle and lower the spin. So ultimately, I completely agree with the study that my Golf Spy did. I am seeing higher launch, lower spin, longer distance for the same amount of club head speed and ball speed. I really recommend highly that you get your tee going a little bit higher. You don't have to go nuts, but start teeing it a little bit higher than you usually do. Play a few rounds and see what kind of distance you get. Maybe it's 5 or 6 yards, but you're not changing your swing to get it. All right, I'm gonna go back and practice a little bit more on my super high tee because it's fun. I'm Steve, thanks for watching. And as always, I'll either see you in the next video or I'll see you longer and straighter down the fairway. Everybody take good care.